Request to cancel ballot by mail for use in the polling place. Some voters will have a mail ballot situation that needs to be addressed by filling out the form called Request to Cancel Ballot by Mail for Use in the Polling Place. This form is used during both early voting and on Election Day. It will be filled out by both the voter and the election worker. Voters who need to fill out this form are in one of two categories. They either have their mail ballot, notice of improper delivery, or notice of surrendered ballot form with them and will be surrendering it, or they do not have one of these forms to surrender. Voters in either category must fill out the top portion of the form with the help of the election worker. The voter prints their name and then signs their name. The election worker will fill in the name of the election, the date of election day, and the voter's VUID number, which can be found in the e-poll book. After completing this top section, the voter will then move on to one of the two boxes below. The first box is for the voter who has their mail ballot, notice of improper delivery or notice of surrendered ballot, form which they will surrender to the election worker. After reading the statement in the box to themselves, the voter will sign their name on the line. The election worker will now check to be sure the voter has filled out and signed in all the required areas and that everything is legible. It is very important that the election worker check the surrendered document to make sure it is for the current election. If the form is for the correct election, the election worker will write "Cancelled" on the voter's surrendered form and attach it with a paperclip to the Request to Cancel Ballot by Mail form. This voter can now be checked in on the e-poll book and will vote in the standard manner. The second box is for the voter who does not have their mail ballot, notice of improper delivery, or notice of surrendered ballot form to surrender. After reading the statement in the box to themselves, the voter will sign their name on the line. The election worker will now check to be sure the voter has filled out and signed in all the required areas and that everything is legible. This voter may only be given a provisional ballot to vote with. The election worker will then move on to the section labeled "This section to be completed by election official" and fill it out. They will need to neatly print the following information: the name of the voter, and the VUID number of the voter. The registered precinct number, which is the SRD number during early voting, and the 5-digit poll code on election day, which can be found on the election forms box for that vote center. That day's date starting with day, then month, then the year. Lastly, the election worker will sign their name and then print their name. Do not forget to sign. Instructions for this form can be found at the bottom of the form. Any questions about filling out the form during the election can be directed to 713-755-1617, option 04. There will be people happy to help with filling out the form or with any other part of the process of canceling a mail ballot. Harris County Elections thanks you for your service.